I wanted to talk today about gun control. I've noticed that gun control advocates place emphasis on two things that are really not what the Second Amendment is about, but they really don't care about your Second Amendment rights. So the two things that they place emphasis on are crimes, gun violence, and hunting. Now, let's look at Chicago. Strictest gun laws in the United States, highest gun crime. There's gun violence, it's widespread, and people are really sitting ducks. Criminals can have the guns and the rest of the people can't, and it's a dangerous city. So for them to argue that taking your guns away will make us safer, it's just a lie. Gun control is ineffective in that regard. If you look at crazy people, the guy who shot those firefighters and policemen in New York on Christmas Eve, he was already barred from owning a gun, and he got one anyway. So, I mean, background checks, those are important. They make sense. But to suggest that taking all the guns away will keep people from getting them, no. People who follow laws would probably follow that law, and they would be less safe for doing so, because the only people who would have guns would be criminals and crazy people, and the rest of us wouldn't have them to defend ourselves. Now, the second thing that they talk about is hunting. They say, you don't need an assault weapon because no one hunts with an assault weapon. Well, I actually think that's a lie. I've actually seen pictures where people had hunted a deer with an assault weapon. But let's put that aside, because we don't have assault weapons for hunting, really. We have them to protect ourselves from tyrannical government. We have them because people in the government have them. And they act like, oh, we're not tyrants, and you don't have to worry about getting a tyrannical government here. It's like, you've never tried to take away the rights of American citizens. What about Japanese Americans during World War II? It's a lie. It could happen here. The size of government, it's growing every single day, and we need to be able to protect ourselves. Now, they act like you're a kook if you imply that we need to protect ourselves from them, because they are not tyrants, right? Well, then why are they trying to take away a right that is written into our Constitution? The Second Amendment is part of the law of the land. We have a right to guns. And the fact that you try to say we're not tyrants at the same time as you try to take away one of our rights, or many of our rights, proves that we still need the Second Amendment. Really, the whole gun control idea makes no sense. Any way that you look at it, it can be easily and logically argued that it just is ineffective, it doesn't make any sense. The only thing that people who want gun control are really going to do is take control out of your hands. Whether you're putting it in the hands of a criminal or a crazy person while you have no control, or you're putting that control in the hands of a tyrannical government. You have a right to guns, you have a right to protect yourself, and you shouldn't let anybody take it away. And people on the right and the left know that. People on the right and the left like to hunt. People on the right and the left know that we're living in a gun culture. And I really think that it's not a smart move for people to push for gun control when they know that. Really, you're just going to alienate people, whether they're on the other side or in your base. I don't think it's a wise move at all. So, for lack of a better phrase, you should really stick to your guns when it comes to gun rights. I'm 4'11". I live in a pretty safe, small city. However, I am comforted by the fact that if I moved to a bigger city where the crime rate was higher, I could purchase a gun and carry it on my person and protect myself. Because even though I'm a black belt in karate and I'm strong for a girl, especially for my own small size, a man could overpower me fairly easily. So I'd like to know that I can carry a weapon, and I should have that right. So that's my thought on gun control. Don't give up your right.